को श्री राधा कृष्ण श्री राधा कृष्ण श्री राधा कृष्ण श्री राधा कृष्ण जी की पुण्य भूमि पर एकता की शक्ति सबको
The name Canajoharie is a Mohawk word meaning the pot that washes itself. Canajoharie is an expanse of farmland in Fort Plain, New York, located 20-minute drive from the south bank of the Mohawk River in Montgomery County. However, for a Sahaja yogi, Canajoharie is a divine place located in the Vishuddhi of the Viraat. Over 1,000 yogis from around the world gather here every year to offer puja to our beloved mother, Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi. The land was purchased by Shrimataji in 1994. The total size of the land is 200 acres. If you're wondering how big that is, it is 9 million square feet, or the size of 151 football fields. Why would Shrimataji purchase such a big piece of land for the yogis of America? Is it for organizing pujas? For yogis to meet? For organizing cultural events? Or for something even more? What could be the divine vision? Sri Mataji, in one of her lectures, said, "Every movement of an incarnation has a ripple in it, which is for the good. There is nothing, not even a moment as such, which is not good for the whole world." It has now been 25 years. Today, the Canajoharie land hosts up to 5 pujas in the summer and has the capacity to host 1,500 yogis at a time. It has welcomed renowned musicians, actors, and artists. In June of 2000, before Shrimataji, the Theater of Eternal Values mounted a production of The Magic Flute, the opera by Mozart. Doctors from Vashi, India come here every year to help the yogis of America to grow deeper. The land also has the only Sahaja Yoga school in the United States. All this makes us want to go back in time and see how this remote land ended up being the focal point for the Sahaja Yoga in America. How did it transform into what it is today? How did everything start?
Shrimataji was in New York City. She was staying in a hotel in Manhattan. And one morning during her breakfast, she pointed towards a newspaper. I think it was New York Times newspaper, a very thick newspaper, as she has mentioned in one of her speeches. She asked one of the yogis there, "Please bring that newspaper to me." So Shrimataji got that newspaper. There were tremendous vibrations coming out of that newspaper. So she opened that, I think it was a Sunday edition. She opened that and there was an advertisement for a land sale in Canajoharie. It's very unusual that in 1994 somebody would advertise this remote place in a major newspaper down in New York City. And immediately she said, "This is the place. We have to go and look at this land."
She came to see the land herself. And she was driven up. There were several cars. And when she came up, the guy was the realtor was in a 4-wheel drive vehicle. The rest of us didn't have that. So she got out and went in his 4-wheel drive vehicle. And because there was no road or anything, it was just tall grass. So he just drove right up from the Starkfield Road, from the paved road onto the land, and drove her onto that. And I wasn't there, so I was just on the street. So what was recounted to me later was she was taken onto the land near to the pond in the back. She might have, some people said that she might have put her foot on the earth next to the pond. And then later she came back to a place, she came to McDonald's with the realtor. And she sat like in a row, like this is, in a small booth-like area, as much as McDonald's has a place like that. And she ate, she had lunch, and the yogis had lunch, and she gave realization to the agent. It was easy for her to get it. There wasn't a big, there wasn't any big negotiation that had to come. 114 acres for 50,000. It was it was already clear that this was a good deal. She knew that. Yeah, so it was owned by drug dealers before. She transforms things. She's not afraid of, and she's told us not to be afraid of vibrations, not to go to a city because it has bad vibrations, or not to get something. She transforms them.
After the land was purchased, Shimataji visited Canajoharie on 4 different occasions between 1999 and 2002. And the first ever Sakar Puja on the land happened in the year 1999.
It is such a great pleasure to see you all assembling, and which is such a far-fetched place, away from the madding crowd. It's such a beautiful place and which has vibrations.
Back in those days, there were no mobile phones. The only message that reached the land was, Shimataji has left her house in New Jersey. The yogis used to do their math, added 3.5 hours time, and got ready to welcome the greatest incarnation of all times in the holy land of Canajoharie.
I remember in 2001, suddenly in the evening, we got a call that Shrimati had left. And after maybe 3 hours, it started raining, thunderstorm. Someone mentioned that, okay, it means Shrimati is in the area. We didn't have any cell phones, we didn't have any indication. And literally after 15 minutes, everything rain stopped and Shrimati's car came in right in front of the ashram. So that was really another miracle.
When Shrimataji visited the land in the year 2000 for Adi Shakti Puja, a very special event happened. The first Sahaja Yoga wedding ceremony in Canajoharie. The yogi couples who got married on the Holy Land would definitely agree that their marriages indeed happened in heaven. Looking back 19 years, how blessed one must feel to have had Sri Adi Shakti present at your wedding.
The experience of getting married in Canajoharie was absolutely amazing. Although we had a lot of rain and a lot of mud throughout, it was a feeling of tremendous vibrations and the feeling that Sri Mataji was controlling everything throughout the whole experience. Between the matching and also the ceremony, we could feel that we were in heaven.
Experience was great. It was also a very intense experience, as we had to take a decision really quickly. We just had 2 days to meet each other and decide to get married. But I remember pretty clear how free I felt, and I remember having the feeling that I could really be myself in front of him.
As soon as I got out of the van, soon after that the announcements were made and my name was called. And at that time I was trying to take my shoes off as fast as possible, and she's also telling me, go, take your shoes off, go, they're calling. And so all of this took me the longest, and the walk from the pandal to the stage, or from the edge of the hall to the pandal, it was the longest walk ever.
And of course, this was because also I wasn't there, so she had to go on the stage alone.
Yeah, he was driving from Florida to New York.
But the beautiful part was when Shrimataji came, the clouds had parted, the sun had come out, the soil had started drying out. So everything worked out in the end, and she sat there, she talked to all of us, and those were very beautiful moments. And then when we started walking towards the hangar for the marriage, it had turned dark a bit, so there were thousands of fireflies.
This part I remember.
Yeah, so it was
really
truly magical as we were walking towards the hangar. There were fireflies on both sides, almost like accompanying us.
The purpose of these marriages is that we should have international understanding about human beings, that after coming to Sahaja Yoga, you transcend all the barriers, all the barriers of race, religion, subsecurity, and nationality. We have to create this homogeneous world and make it peaceful by removing this disease of national identification or racial identification.
The land that united the hearts of yogis through Sahaja Yoga marriages took a different turn in the year 2004.
After 2003, when the first Nirakar Puja happened and Srimataji didn't physically come to an international Sakshat Puja, we were faced in 2004 with the question of now what? Now what are we going to do with this house? What's the next step in Canajoharie? And it just so happened that it was a time in our global Sahaj experience that there weren't too many opportunities for small children to have a Sahaj schooling.
A group of Sahaja yogis sitting outside on a summer evening made a spontaneous decision to convert the house where Srimataji stayed in Canajoharie to a Sahaja Yoga school. The collectivity within a period of 1 month transformed the house into the first Sahaja Yoga school in America.
School started in 2004. The leader at the time came up with the decision to start a school here. And the first thing they did was to call Srimataji and ask her permission to use her home here in Canajoharie. And of course, Srimataji blessed us and said, yes, of course, use my home. And Srimataji, 2 hours later, calls back and says, if you start, you cannot stop. So I think she's trying to show us the importance of this particular school here in Canajoharie. For the children, but here they get to really go to school barefoot, enjoy nature, mud, frogs. It's really a joy to see children be able to be children.
I like spending my time with all the people and all the children and all the aunties and uncles. We learned many crafts. We learned a lot about bees. I learned double-digit math, and I also learned how to meditate and keep my eyes open and keep my eyes closed, and also look at Srimataji and keep my back straight.
During the last 15 years, approximately 160 students have graduated from the Canajoharie school. These children share a great bond. Some of them have continued their Sahaj schooling experience in Dharamshala, India. The school is a great learning experience not only for the children, but also for the aunties, teachers, and the school management.
Now I'm getting to see some that are graduating through high school and now going on to college. And as a mom, it's really joy-giving to see them growing and still being in Sahaja Yoga and really feeling their joy of what they felt when they came here to Canajoharie. And it's nice when they come to the school, they always say, oh, it's so small, the backyard is so small.
My God, our room, the big room, this is the big room.
Oh yeah, I broke my tooth here.
Oh, this is you did? Yeah. I think I had the tooth fairy, never came for me, yes. But I always lost my tooth in here. In that room, the auntie once, I was pretend using lotion as toothpaste, and the auntie was like, is that lotion or toothpaste? And I said toothpaste, and then I swallowed it.
Oh my God. Oh, my mom surprised me here. So all the parents of everybody came really early, and I was really sad that she didn't come. So I woke up in the morning and she was literally lying right next to me. It was
oh my God!
Oh my God!
So and it's his turn for Canajoharie?
Yes, first term. Ooh. He just finished.
How was the experience?
How was your term, Rafa? Did you have fun here?
Yes.
What was most memorable?
For Lele, Rafa, what did you like the most in Canajoharie? It's gonna be related to food. What did you like most? What did you? Hot dogs.
That's the thing I'm most about.
Yeah.
Or is it pizza that you like the most? What did you like?
Pizza hot dog.
Pizza hot dog. All of it.
I had the best experiences here. I played around with my friends. I meditated, and over here they really make meditation really fun and collaborative, and that really helped me to have fun, but also meditate in the same time and really explore the depths of Sahaja Yoga.
Starting out at a school with such yogis and kids my age that meditated. I think that probably pulled me closer to such yoga than it would have if I was just like at a public school.
By establishing the school in Canajoharie, Sri Mataji established Sri Ganesha and his powers on this holy land. The attention of the yogis gradually shifted to the development of the infrastructure of the land.
The first major structure on this land is the building that you see right here behind me. This is the hangar that was the first thing that we had for the major international puja we had. And there's a very interesting story about this hangar. Sri Mataji was leaving Toronto and she called up and asked, so where are we with the preparations of the Canajoharie land? And the yogis that time told her that we are thinking of getting a huge pandal so we can fit all the international brothers and sisters. And she said that no, we must have a hangar. And that was like just 2 weeks she would be here. So everybody had to scramble and put this hangar in place, but nobody knew actually how to get it done. And when she reached New York, there was a team of Sahajogis who were from the engineering background, civil engineering background. They all went there and met her. And Sri Mataji literally, in all her graciousness and her generosity, she spent time enough to tell them how to structurally design this hangar, in what direction this hangar should be laid. She even gave the details how you can strengthen the structure, like putting tie rods underneath the ground. And that was something absolutely amazing to see, that here is the divine, and the divine really wants us to have this place for years and years, and she was ready to give every minute to make sure that whatever we put on this land stands forever.
If you see from back in 2000 up to now 2019, significant development projects took place. Thanks to all the yogis who really helped here, either physically, financially, with their attention, bandhans, and many projects are still due. What Sri Mataji had talked about, 2 projects that I remember clearly, is about the drug rehab center. I'm sure one day we will work on that. And second one is having a fruit orchard, fruit trees on the land, and creating some produce or food processing unit. So that would create an employment for locals and also sell vibrated food in the local market.
The land team at Canajoharie set specific goals every year to transform this land into a much hospitable place for visiting yogis.
The next projects that we want to take is create a residential area on the other side of the hangar which is close to the parking lot. So the people come in and they go into their quarters. So their showers would be there, the toilets would be there. So any activities that we need for day-to-day things, that will all be taken care on the other side. And this side of the hangar will be just purely for meditation, for the pujas, and for any practices of the entertainment evenings and things like that.
This is the land of Sri Krishna. He awakened the divine energy of Russia through music and dance. You can imagine how much of that Russia energy one can experience when the music and arts are performed on this land. In the year 2005, under the guidance of Sri Mataji, the Nirmala Arts Academy was established in Cabela, Italy.
The idea was in the beginning to have a summer long program. Why? Because we were thinking, the only model that I was aware of and that we talked about, because I think maybe others weren't aware of what was happening in Cabela with the Nirmala Arts Academy, which is what they had started. We didn't know about it at that time. About Vaitarna we knew, and we knew that because of the tapes we've all watched about Baba Mama talking and Sri Mataji, and how Satyogis were able to learn at a very swift pace how to start. So we started with a few people. This Subramaniam came, I think he came for a couple of months, and Dr. Bodankar and Auntie Rachel was able to come most of the time throughout that period as well. We wanted to try to mimic a Vaitarna That was what it was.
Today, a dedicated team of yogis known as the Canajoharie Arts Team manage the Nirmala Arts Academy in the U.S. The goal of the Academy is to inspire yogis to learn music, arts, and dance through a 2-week program. The Academy offers up to 20 courses taught by 16 talented artists coming from different parts of the world.
Those of you who have been there know what an amazing time we have together. Starting from the teachers to the students, it is a very, very unique place, obviously, with all the blessings of Shri Mataji, the vibrations that flow there, which I think, having been a student as well as a teacher, we have experienced both sides, at least I have. As a student, you realize that your absorbing capacity increases. As a teacher, you get to see it with all the students. So it becomes almost a challenge to keep up with the students every day because they're absorbing so much. It really is, you see Shri Mataji's blessings at work. Really want to encourage those of you who have not been there but have an interest in learning anything related to arts, be it Indian classical, Western classical, drama, any instruments that you would like to learn, vocal. Just being in that environment really inspires you to touch that inner spirit and express it through that art.
Shri Mataji has said that through the arts, music, and dance, Sahaja Yoga can be spread in America. With divine music filling the atmosphere, the land of Canajoharie is also blessed with another aspect of Sri Vishnu, Sri Dhanvantai. Sahaja yogis have been blessed with the opportunity to cleanse themselves under the guidance of the Vashi doctors during 5 mini Vashi seminars. Yogis collectively work on each other, do different treatments, get their questions answered, and pay complete attention to their instrument.
Canajoharie. Kana means one of the name of Sri Krishna. Yeah. And Johari means the who destroy the negativity. When you step in Canajoharie, you feel your Kundalini is working very nicely.
The people who can't come to Vashi and go to any health center, they are getting their wellness camp here. So they are very much clear their subtle system and they enjoy and the vibration increases. I'm coming here for the last 4 years, so we feel that more we are doing this wellness here, the more the people are getting benefit from there and their subtle system is cleared.
The land means something unique to every yogi. It is a place of collectivity and a place of peace and joy. What does Canajoharie mean to you?
It feels like home.
Vibrations, serenity.
I would say peace.
Peace, happiness, collectivity, sparking faces, spontaneous.
It's heaven.
Happy land.
A place of love, compassion, and mother's vibrations.
Celebration
is love.
Restorative.
Canajoharie is collectivity because Shri Mataji is here.
Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us. Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us. we love you. Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing through us. Sitting in the heart of the universe, we know your love is flowing.